In the bustling world of finance, the Securities and Exchange Board of India, or SEBI, plays a crucial role as a watchdog. Its primary function? To protect the interests of investors in securities, promote the development of the securities market, and regulate it effectively. How does it do this? One of the methods is through the suspension and revocation of trading of specified securities. So buckle up as we dive deep into understanding the Standard Operating Procedure, or SOP, for this process. The first step in this process involves identifying the securities that are causing concern. SEBI keeps a close eye on the market trends, and when it notices irregularities or violations related to specific securities, it springs into action. Next, SEBI issues a show cause notice to the concerned entity. This notice essentially asks the entity to explain why action should not be taken against them. It's a chance for the entity to present their side of the story before any punitive action is taken. Once the entity responds to the show cause notice, SEBI goes into deliberation. It reviews the entity's response, along with all other relevant information. Based on this review, SEBI makes a decision whether to suspend trading of the securities or not. If SEBI decides to proceed with the suspension, it issues an order to that effect. The order contains all the necessary details, including the reasons for the suspension, the duration of the suspension, and the securities it applies to. But what if the entity wants to challenge the decision? Well, they have the right to appeal the suspension order. They can take their case to the Securities Appellate Tribunal, or SAT, a body that hears and settles appeals against orders passed by SEBI. Finally, once the suspension period is over, SEBI can decide to revoke the suspension, allowing trading of the securities to resume. However, this revocation is also not automatic. It depends on whether the reasons for the suspension have been adequately addressed. So, there you have it, the Standard Operating Procedure for suspension and revocation of trading of specified securities by SEBI. To sum it up, the process starts with identifying the problematic securities and issuing a show cause notice. After reviewing the entity's response and other relevant information, SEBI may decide to suspend trading of the securities. The entity has the right to appeal this decision. Once the suspension period ends, SEBI may choose to revoke the suspension, provided the reasons for the original suspension have been addressed. Remember, all these steps are designed to protect the interests of investors and maintain the integrity of the securities market. It's all in a day's work for SEBI, as it continues its mission to regulate the market effectively.